So everybody wants to hear from the experts on the latest design trends, and you could tune into HGTV or another national publication, but you would miss what's happening right here in the Pacific Northwest, and especially on the East Side. Joining us today is Emily Ruff of Cohesively Curated, and we'd like to hear from her about how her design approach differs from new construction to renovations. Emily, welcome to Eastside Elevated.
Thanks for having me. The biggest difference with how we approach a new construction versus a renovation is when we're doing a new construction, especially for a builder, we're wanting to make sure that the end result is going to be palatable to a lot of different buyers. So we tend to go more neutral on the finishes and make sure that it's going to appeal across the board. With a renovation or a custom home that we're working with a client directly, we're focused a lot more on making sure that the overall aesthetic and also the layouts are specific to their lifestyle and how they want it to function and how they want it to look.
Can you share one or two of your favorite remodel projects and maybe what made them unique or interesting?
Yes. So one of my favorites is our Laurelhurst Tudor remodel, and that is a 1926 home, so it's much older. It hadn't been touched since the 80s. And we kept the overall footprints of the spaces, but really took them down to the studs and figured out how to make them work for our client. The kitchen especially was a challenge. There was a post in the middle of it and we had to put a 25-foot steel beam in to make the layout work. So that was a fun one. And just doing things like adding a tub in the primary bath when it didn't have one before, and making small tweaks to stay within the existing footprint, but make it the floor plan and layout that our client wanted. And aesthetically, it was really fun because our client had a great aesthetic fit with us. And so we really got to blend a transitional style, so not too modern, not too traditional, and add elements of mid-century modern and even some coastal elements to the design.
Now let's talk about the national new construction trends. What are you seeing? Are you seeing the bold colors? Are you seeing neutrals? Are you seeing anything in the Pacific Northwest, more specifically to our area versus like the national trends?
Yes, I think there's 5 main trends that we're seeing right now, and really they are popular, but they're rooted in classic design. So the first one that we're seeing a lot of is millwork. Everyone wants millwork everywhere, which you do have to use it sparingly, but things like tongue and groove on walls and ceilings, beadboard floor to ceiling in small spaces like powder bathrooms, and also using beadboard as a backsplash. Wainscoting, using that especially in 2-story spaces like an entryway or a stairwell to add some texture to the walls. And then in the Pacific Northwest specifically, using beams. So whether that's reclaimed wood, which we're fortunate to have a lot of access to, or if it's a box beam that's fabricated, adding those to ceilings adds a ton of warmth to a space. The second one is inset cabinetry, which has become a lot more accessible. And that is cabinetry where the frame of the cabinet is visible and it's flush with the doors and drawers. So it has more of a furniture style look to it. Another one is warmer tones, both in paint, cabinetry, and also tile. I think a lot of people were traumatized by all the travertine and cherry wood in the 2000s, but now we're seeing it come back. So people are more open to using beige is back in a way, with limestone and creamier whites on the cabinets instead of a bright white cabinet, and also using natural wood cabinetry, but primarily in white oak and walnut. Green is really popular right now, and we're seeing it with tile, paint colors, furniture, cabinetry, and that lends itself well to our environment since we have so many green trees in our area. And the last one, we are seeing moody and darker colors. Color washing is really big right now, where you paint the cabinetry, millwork, doors, walls, all the same color, and doing that in a darker tone or a bold color has become very trendy and popular. And it scares some people, but it really makes the space feel more cozy and warm. So it doesn't feel dark and depressing like some people are worried about. It really helps the space to feel cozier. So we love doing that in a bedroom or a powder bathroom where you want to invoke that feeling.
So Emily, you were the lead designer on this West of Market home that sold in just 2 days. Congrats on your role in this, we really appreciate it. Which design elements were you most proud of, and where would you say maybe you bent the rules a little bit?
Yes, well, we are always very excited when a new construction home sells quickly. I think that means we did our job well, it's a good sign. Here, there are a few things that really stand out to me, and I was glad that you went along with on this one. The dark kitchen cabinetry is one of the biggest things. I think, like I said previously, some people are a little bit nervous to use a dark color, but in this home, it's very light and bright, and the dark kitchen cabinetry helps to make this main floor pop and add a great level of contrast. Lighting and paint are two of the things that can change a home instantly, and using light fixtures that are a little bit higher end really pays off. So I love the kitchen pendants especially, and the dining chandelier with the fluted glass. Another favorite element is that we did contrasting doors. So a lot of people will paint doors the same color as the millwork. And here we did the millwork in Benjamin Moore Chantilly lace, which is a bright white, and we did the doors in Sherwin-Williams light French gray. So it's a light, warmer gray, and it really helps to highlight the doors throughout the space and add a nice level of contrast with all the warm whites that we have going on.
The plumbing fixtures, that polished nickel, is that what you call that?
Yep.
Like has a little champagne tone to it.
Yes.
That was my favorite. And all the hardware that matches, the M-Tech door handles really set it apart from, going the Schlag or,
Yeah,
quick
matte
set.
black everywhere.
And matte black everywhere, exactly.
Yeah, polished nickel is one of my favorite metals because it's one of those chameleon metals. It goes really well with brass. It still can go with cooler tones. So it feels like it blends really well when we're doing mixed metals in a space.
Emily, it was such a pleasure working with you on this West of Market design project. And thank you for sharing all of your insights on the new construction and remodel trends.
Of course, thanks for having me.
If you are planning a custom project or looking to remodel a home, visit Emily at cohesivelycurated.com or click the link below. And if you're still looking for the perfect lot for your custom home or want to know what new construction projects we have coming to market, give me a call or message me. And if I don't already have it, I'll find it.